Okay, so hello everyone. Yeah, it's me again, Genesis May, your host for this webinar tonight. And thank you, people, and welcome to our series of webinars for job hunters. In the last webinar, we talked about the common mistakes of job hunters. And today's episode will be the steps in getting a job. Now, before we start, guys, please do share or tag this live stream with your friends or family who can really benefit from this event. Again, feel free to share this stream with a hashtag on your caption, hashtag Just Workspace Cafe there, hashtag Steps in Getting a Job, and hashtag Mapoa in Bacolod. To have a chance to win our prizes. Yes, we have. Don't forget to fill in the form to have a chance to win 12 hours consumable for a month of work on your reserved station. There are only 3 winners for those who submitted the form. Each episode has 3 winners. So for you to know who the winners are, you must check it on Just Workspace Facebook page. Now, if you are looking for a place where you can relax while working, please don't hesitate to check Just Workspace Cafe on Facebook. Just Workspace Cafe offers co-working space and cafe for entrepreneurs, students, online teachers, online workers, and freelancers. The location is within the community, and you can experience the healthy workspace environment. So please do like and follow for more updates about jobs and opportunities. And of course, with the special participation of Mapoa Malayan First Digital College here in Visayas, and nandito lang yan sa Bacolod at Ayala Capital. MMDC is a tertiary academic institution that aims to bring a better brand. And we also have over there benefit our Bacolod Negros Federation for Information and Communication Technology. The aim of the Bacolod Negros Occidental Federation for Information and Communications Technology is to contribute to the economic growth of the whole province by helping generate jobs in the IT BPO industry. Now, before we forgot, or you forgot again, feel free to share this stream to your friends or family who can really benefit this stream. So with the hashtag on your caption again, Just Workspace over there, Just Workspace, hashtag Steps in Getting a Job, and hashtag Mapoa in Bacolod. So before we start talking about the steps in getting a job, don't forget to fill in the form to have a chance to win 12 hours consumable for a month of work on your reserved stations. Again, there are only 3 winners for those who submitted the form. Each episode has 3 winners. So for you to know who the winners are, you must check it on Just Workspace Facebook page. Now, let me introduce to you our guest speaker tonight. She's a business administration program head of Mapoa Malayan Digital College, MBA de La Salle University, co-founded for 4 enterprises from web design and development to a creative design firm to export manufacturing. As Secretary of the Rotary Club of Intramuros and Assistant Secretary of Entrepreneurship Educators Association of the Philippines. Now let me call on no other than the gorgeous Miss Jody Crowell.
Okay. And thank you very much, Genesis, for the introduction. Thank you. Okay. I'll go. Now, I'd like to start my talk. Now, when we think about getting a job, usually the usual misconception is that you only think about getting a job after graduation. No? But in reality, getting a job starts on the very first day that you decided to join college. Okay, so now the reason why this is so is because when you're in college, you need to build yourself in order to stand out in your resume. Remember, when you graduate, no, there are so many people you have to compete for a job. So it's very important that your resume stands out from the rest. And when you talk about standing out in your resume, having it's not simply having the best layout. No? It's also what did you do during college? Okay, so that okay. Now I'll proceed. No, so okay. So first of all, okay. Next slide, please. So yeah. Okay, next slide. Yeah. So the first step in getting a job actually starts on the first day of college. Next slide. The reason for this is that this is your time to shine. Now, it's very important that during this time, you maximize your experience in college in order when you create your resume will stand out with the employers. Because remember, when you apply for a job, you're competing with so many graduates. And it's not enough that your claim to fame is you just simply graduated from college. Okay, next slide. Now, okay, now it's very important. Now, what's your main objective when you're in college? You have to make sure you stand out from the crowd. Now, of course, the typical way of standing out from your class or from your batch is you become a magna cum laude or an honor student in Dean's Lister. But let's face it, not everyone can be in Dean's Lister, not everyone can be magna cum laude, no? But the good news is that's not the only thing that employers actually focus on. The truth is, employers are not only focused on academic achievement, and in fact, they're looking for other capabilities that you can experience in college. Now, okay, so what are these capabilities? Of course, for employers, it's a plus points when students are able to balance academics and extracurricular activities. So yung mga extracurricular activities sa school, merong reason yan, no? Now, besides they're developing your skill, they're also helping you balance multiple responsibilities. Now, remember, when you're in the workplace, your employers will actually assign you many multiple tasks. So it's very important, even as early as college, you already know how to do it. So you already know how to juggle multiple responsibilities like academic and extracurricular activities. Also, in your time in college, it's very important that you're able to show leadership, teamwork capabilities, and ability to handle pressure. Kasi remember, you want to stand out from the crowd. Now, how do you show this during your time in college? Of course, like I said a while ago, if you're able to balance your academics and extracurricular activities, if you decided to become group leader in your org or become an officer, if you really created projects with other people that became successful, and of course, at all this time, you were able to pass a graduate college. So yeah, these are signs that you are that you show leadership, teamwork capabilities, and your ability to handle pressure. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay. Now, of course, another thing, your time in college is also the perfect time to build character references. So remember, employers are also some employers look for character references when somebody applies for a job. Now, character references are people that normally HR contacts in order to check more background about you, no, to check your background. Now, normally, what do HR checks now when they call up their character references? Of course, they try to find out about your work habits, about your intellectual capabilities, and also to find out if you have other special qualities that are not shown in the resume. Now, based on my experience, though, a lot of my students when they graduated, they normally make me as their character references. I get a lot of calls or Google Sheets from employers checking on their background. So now, what does this tell you? It's very important that you keep in touch with that you set a very good impression to your professors, to your organization moderator for your extracurricular org, and to your dean and program head. So when you need to apply for a job and give a character reference, you can actually give their names and they have information to provide about you. So, okay, so this is very important, no? So please take time in your college years, though, to actually show good performance to your professor, to your dean and program head. So, but by the time you apply for a job, they'll be your character references. Okay, so next slide. Okay, of course, after all the amazing achievements you have done in school, it's time to put them on a resume. So, resume is usually the first point of contact of the employer with you, no? So, your resume should promote you. Now, in order to make a good resume, of course, you have to have amazing achievements in college, which doesn't necessarily mean academic, no? It can be extracurricular and leadership achievements. And then you can use Canva and Microsoft Office and other creative software to create better layout. Okay, so next slide. Okay. Of course, when you before you apply for a job, you have to analyze what kind of job do you want. So this is very important. So it's not enough you get a job for the sake of getting a job. You also have to find out what kind of job do you really want. Now, why is this important? Because remember, if you apply for a job you do not like, I don't think you're gonna last in that job. So it's also very important that you also want the job you're getting into. Okay, so what are your non-negotiables and priorities in looking for a job? Okay, so now non-negotiables are different for many people. For some people, for example, their non-negotiable is salary because probably they're already a breadwinner or they have responsibilities or living on your own. But if you're not yet a family breadwinner and you still live with your parents and there's no pressure to give money or to contribute at home, you can have the chance to actually take jobs in lower salary just for the experience of it. So it's okay. Of course, as you also I listed down is how much time do I need to get. So like I said, it depends on your background, whether you're already a breadwinner or you're living independently or not, and how much time can I allot for travel. Now, this is also very important to consider because sometimes our travel to work eats up our time and resources. Okay, and of course, what's very important to consider is also your career path. So when you take the first job, often your first job may possibly take you to your ideal career path. So what do I mean by this? For example, your dream to become a marketing manager and you always wanted to become one. So if you want to become a marketing manager, you need to know what's the entry level for a marketing manager position. Okay, so if you want to be a marketing manager, definitely you will not apply to become a teacher. You will not apply to become a caregiver. You will apply to become a marketing officer or marketing or sales officer in a company. So it's also very important that you know what's your career path because HR people would notice if a person has no direction. Now, so for example, if an HR person takes a look at your resume and notices there's no consistent pattern in your resume, the HR person would think you have no career path or there's no direction in the way you manage your own career. Okay, so that's why it's very important when you apply for a job. It's not because you're bored. It's not because the only job around there. It's also because you're thinking ahead. You're planning on your future career path. Okay, and of course, what kind of company do you want to work for? So do you work for this company because their purpose fits your personal values? And also another consideration you have to take is will with this company will I be able to climb the corporate ladder? It means do I have a chance to get promoted? Do I have a chance to actually advance in this company? So these are things you have to consider before you actually apply for a job. Okay? So yeah, next slide. Okay, when you apply for a job, you have to narrow down your prospective companies based on your needs. So it's very important that you also check your alumni connections. So remember, when you graduate from college, you'll become a member of the alumni network of your school. And it's very good to also ask from your alumni network for connections for possible companies that you would want to work on. Okay, next slide. Of course, every school usually organizes their own university or college job fairs. Now, it's very important for you to take advantage of this because usually these companies who already participated in this job fair already has a special preference for your school. Okay, the fact they actually partnered with your school, it means they already want the graduates of the school. No, so it's also a very good idea to participate in job fairs, whether virtually or face to face. Okay, next slide. Of course, another way to do it is also to check out job openings posted in schools and community billboards. So every schools, they will have this bulletin board, virtual and actual, where they post all the job openings, because there's some employers, they have special preference for some certain schools, and they would actually prefer to get the graduates from the school. So they post their ads in the on the school itself. No? So other ways you can do this is through Facebook job postings on groups dedicated to university, and also the advantage are job openings from partner companies shared to you. Okay, next slide. Of course, another way and the usual way is to apply online to employment companies like LinkedIn, Caliber, and JobStreet. So here, you're gonna upload your resume, and then you're going to apply for companies for posting ads. But there are times the companies would also select you if you have the qualities that they need. No, so it's very important that when you upload your resume here, it should be well made and updated. Okay, next slide. So of course, another option is applying direct to the company. So most large companies, they usually have a special page on their website dedicated for their job opening. So here, if you want to be more focused though, and more direct in applying to a company, you can actually go to their website and apply in their job openings page. Okay, next slide. Of course, another way of getting a job is to apply as a walk-in applicant. Now, there are some companies, they actually post schedules of walk-in applicants, and they have certain days just to accept applicants. Now, the advantage of walk-in applicants is to find out immediately if you're fit or not, because usually when they schedule you for such kind of application, they try their best to finish the process as fast as they can. No? So that's the advantage of walk-in applicants. No? Because, for example, for example, if you apply online to employment sites, it will take time before you're selected, or there's a possibility you're not selected at all. But with walk-in applicants, the HR person already has to process your application and will let you know if you're accepted or not. Okay, next slide. Of course, I mentioned nothing beats also doing referrals. So if you have common connections like family, friend, or alumni acquaintances, you can actually get job openings. In my experience, for example, my own professor gave me a job opening. So I asked her about a certain if she knew any job opening, and she was able to give me one. So it's also possible even your own professor can actually refer you to a job opening they know. Okay, next slide. Okay, of course, when you apply, for a job and you get interview, for example, you already have a schedule for interview, it's very important that you prepare for it. So you need to study the job description that you applied for in case you have any questions to ask or clarify with the interviewer. And you also need to study what kind of company are you actually getting into. No? So it's very important also before you go for an interview to know the company's history, milestone, and achievements, and also to know the company's mission, vision, and values. Now, I mentioned a while ago that even before you apply for a job, you already have an idea about what the company you're getting into. But as you go for the interview, you have to know more, especially when you're getting interviewed, because there comes a part that will you also have to ask for clarifications about the company. So in a way, you're also trying to get information from the interviewer about the company that you cannot read on the website. No? So you're doing your own research too. No? But this is very important because, like I said, you need to know what you're getting into, because if you don't know what you're getting into and you're not happy with it, you will not last the job. And of course, for HR, it's not positive always when people who get into jobs don't last. No? So it's very important also that you do thorough research before you get into apply for a job, in order for you to know what you're getting into. Okay. So okay, next slide. Of course, when you appear, whether virtual or in face to face, you have to be professional in appearance and behavior. Okay, so you have to make sure that you always wear business attire, and for women, you have to wear mild makeup. Now, if you're scheduled for an interview or examination, you have to be early. Now, let's say you're doing a walk-in application, you still have to dress that part. Okay, so even if you're, especially for example, for the school job fairs or online virtual job fair, you still have to dress that part, even if you're just applying or giving your resume, because you have to send a very good impression. Okay, so that's very important. Okay, yes. Next slide. Of course, one another advantage, for example, is at MMDC we have a professional employment program, or what we call PEP. No, here in this module we have, which is actually equivalent to 9 units in our program. Students will be trained on how to apply and get a job. So they will train them how to do the resumes and also pass interviews. No, but another thing that's so special about PEP is before you graduate from the PEP program, you'll be exposed to simulated work experiences that are that are needed by companies. And our advantage here, no, and our advantage here at the PEP program is that we have partner companies that work with us in order to create modules that really fit for the students. So what happens when you graduate? You're already work ready and really tailor made for that company. Okay, so that's pretty much. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much that's are the steps in getting a job. Also, I hope you got a lot of information from it. If you have any questions, please just let me know. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, our dear speaker, Miss Jody, for the very useful, availing presentation. And this can be a really big help to all job hunters. Now, people, guys, please do share this stream. And for the upcoming webinars with your friends or family who can really benefit from this event. Don't forget as well to fill in the form to have a chance to win 12 hours. Yes, 12 hours consumable for a month of work on your reserved station. Again, there are 3 winners for those who submitted the form. And each episode has 3 winners. So for you to know who the winners are, you can check it on Just Workspace Facebook page. So we still have few minutes to cater to all of your questions. You can comment your questions below and Miss Jody will answer all those questions. So we can pick only 2 to 3 questions. So while waiting, there we go. Okay. Again, everyone, you're free to comment your questions. If you want to ask something, just grab this opportunity to answer to all of your questions. This really big help for those newly graduate, Miss Judy, right?
Yeah.
That they must be alarmed, or I think know about the process or what to do getting a job, because there are some people or students na fresh grad lang po pero marami ng experiences, but we need to take a look sa marami ding walang experiences. Yung experiences lang is yung OJT, ganon. So malaking bagay na pwede pala kung close kayo ng dinyo, pwede nyo siyang ilagay sa resume nyo. Pag hindi kayo close, makipag-close kayo sa mga teachers nyo dyan. Because it is very, very helpful. Okay, so while waiting here, everyone, don't forget to share this live stream. I saw some people on Facebook na nag-share na ng live stream na to. Baka isa kayo sa makakatanggap ng reward. And that is to have a 12 hours consumable for a month of work here. Alam nyo ba na maganda dito? As what I've told you earlier, Just Workspace Cafe offers co-working space and cafe for entrepreneurs. Not just only for students, also for online teachers, online workers, and freelancers. So the location is within the community. Pagbaba mo, galing third floor, may sasakyan na agad. And you can experience the healthy workspace environment. So please don't forget to like and follow for more updates about jobs and opportunities. So before, since wala pa pong nagko-comment, Miss Jody, do you have something to tell them, or do you have any announcements for or job opportunities?
Okay, actually, right now we're open for enrollment. So if there's anybody who wants to join us at Papua Malayan Digital College, we're still accepting students. No? So just contact our admissions officer. Yeah.
Okay, so you hear that, people?
You can visit our website, www.mmdc.mcl.edu.ph.
Just there below. Wow, all of the information nandyan lahat. So wag nang magpatumpik-tumpik pa, just please visit their Facebook pages. Benefit and MAPOA and MMDC. Okay, so let's... So people, while waiting for the comments, someone's typing already. So please, this is not yet the end of our live stream. We have our last episode, and that would be on July 28th. And the topic is how equipped you are in getting a job. So very wonderful to have this kind of topic. Kasi mahirap ngayon na maghanap ng trabaho. So it's nice and it's good to know the steps. I know na noon hindi naman kailangan talaga ng steps. But then again, yung mga companies, kailangan nila yung mga professionals, yung magagaling. So you need to improve. You need ipakitang gilas talaga sa kanila. So this could be big help for you guys. So if you have some questions, you can ask it now. Miss Jody is really ready to answer those questions. Okay, may nagta-typing. Mahaba to, Miss Jody, typing. Everyone, don't forget to share this stream. Mahal na po ngayon yung pag-rent. So, you can fill in the form for you to have 12 hours consumable for a month. So, we have a question. Most of us really do walk-in sa pag-a-apply. So, it's simply means na hindi masyado alam yung company na yon. What are the other strategies po ba yung dapat gawin?
Okay, thank you very much, RJ, for the question. Remember, RJ, di ba, before nag-walk-in ka, syempre, nakita mo yung name niya, doon yung mga banner, di ba? Yung mga collaterals ng company. It's very important na kung nakita mo yung name niya, bago ka mag-apply, pwede mo siya i-google sa internet. I-check mo yung background niya, kung ano yung feedback about the employer. Kasi very important rin, malaman mo kasi yung pinapasukan mo din. No? So, remember, hindi lahat ng employers are okay. So, you need to know rin bakit laging ganon, no? So, you have to find out kung ano talaga yung pinapasok mong job. So, yes. So, even kahit sa walk-in, syempre naman, pag nag-walk-in ka, makikita mo yung pangalan ng company. You have time to research sa phone mo or sa internet just to find out ano yung company, kung ano yung reputation niya, paano niya tinitreat yung employees niya, yun. Malalaman mo na yan sa internet. Thank you for your question.
Thank you so much. So everyone, everything, you can search it on the internet.
Oo.
Lahat.
Oo.
So
Kasi
pwede na lang
yeah.
sa... Yes, Miss Judy?
Yeah, kasi very important yon because if you get into something you don't know, baka mamaya mag-resign ka lang, bad shot ka pa. Kasi hindi ka nag-research eh. Parang tumalong ka lang, trabaho, tapos mali pa. Diba? So, you have to do research para tumagal ka sa job. Yan yung sabihin mo.
Exactly. Very well said. So, lahat kayo, people, dapat magpa-load. So, for you to have some information about that company. Naranasan ko din yan, Miss Jody. Walk-in ako, di ko alam kasi meron akong ibang available na resumes. Sayang naman. Kasi baka, yes. Sabi ko, parang may bagong company dito. So, I entered that company first. Di ko muna binigay yung resume ko. I look for, they have a big illustration. Every company has that one. So, I read everything there first. Just this important one, para lang may knowledge ka about their company. And then, after nun, pumasa na ako ng resume, handa na sumapak.
Yeah,
so that's a simple way as well.
Yeah. Saka remember, di ba, sa refer, you can also ask people who work there, already there sa loob, or who used to work there, di ba? Kung experience sila. Kasi pwedeng hindi sila tumagal, hindi nila type, pero ikaw type.
Yes, exactly.
Diba? So, it doesn't mean pag umalis yung isang tao, hindi okay yung employer. Baka naman hindi lang siya bagay. Oo. Yun. Kasi
meron talagang bad and good moments in every companies. So, baka hindi para sa kanya, as what you said earlier, baka para sa iyo. Exactly. That's why important na talaga. Ngayon, alam ko na malaman talaga yung information about the company. Hindi man kung kailan din-establish, pero yung important information. The next question we have.
How can you impress you in the first 3 months yung employer mo? Bakit? Kasi 3 months lang ba yung contract mo? Hindi, syempre, it's very important. Remember when you applied, alam mo yung job description. So you have to make sure when yung pinili mo yung job description na yun, kaya mo yun. Kaya mong gawin yun, no? Or, let's say you lack the skill, it's very important that you learn on the job, diba? Na talagang para ma-achieve mo yun, no? So, yan yun. So, it's very important na you know your job very well and you try to do your best to do it. Now, let's say, worst case scenario, yung kulang ka pala sa skill. Let's say, the worst case, apply ka, ay, kulang ka pala, pero sa loob ka ng job, what do you do? Of course, you try to study, to do your own self-study, or you simply tell, well, some boss kasi, they don't mind if their employees will tell them na they need more training or to be taught, no? Pero you have to find out kung ganun yung company pinapasukan mo. Pero kung hindi, you have to learn the ropes on the job. Yun yung mangyayari sa'yo. Okay? So, yeah, for the first. Of course, for the first 3 months, you also have to show professional behavior. Huwag kang late, lagi kang present, yan yun. Saka yun nga, also try to, as much as possible, kung i-fulfill mo yung job description na pinasok mo.
Exactly.
Diba? First 3 months, probationary nga yun. Oo, diba? Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I think... Yeah, si RJ. So I think... Kasi attendance is a must talaga. Kahit nga nung school pa, attendance is very important. Kasi pag absent ka, wala kang quizzes or test, failure ka. So, ganun din sa mga trabaho. College students, ganun din sa mga trabaho. Huwag puro absent.
Actually, ginagawa nyo sa college, practice na yun sa work.
Yes,
on
exactly.
time, balancing multiple responsibility, na yan, practice na yan sa college. So, pag sanay ka na yan, ang dami mo ginagawa, okay ka pa, kaya-kaya mo na yan pa nag-work ka. Sisiw na yan.
So, dapat gawin yung mga dapat gawin. Be professional.
Oo.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Miss Jody. I think everyone's questions, especially to RJ, was answered perfectly. Now, people, oh, people, please don't forget to share the stream for you to have a chance to win 12 hours consumable for a month of work on your reserved station. Again, there are only 3 winners for those who submitted the form, and each episode has 3 winners. So for you to know who the winners are, you must check it on Just Workspace page on Facebook. So people, nandito ako ngayon sa Just Workspace Cafe. The internet, atmosphere here, everything is good. So, it was tested and proven. Huwag na kayo magpatumpik-tumpik pa to share. Fill in the form. Everyone, to your family and friends. So don't forget as well, we have our next episode that would be on July 28th. And the topic is how equipped you are in getting a job. So everyone, please stay tuned kasi hindi lang dito nagtatapos ang ating episode. Hindi lang dito nagtatapos ang question and answers. Hindi lang dito nagtatapos yung tips kung paano ka magkakaroon ng job. Now, thank you again, everyone, and Miss Jody for this night or tonight. Thank you also for sharing everything that you know to us, especially to me. And thank you everyone, viewers, for staying till the end of this event. See you in our next episode. And as what George Eliot said, it's never too late to be what you might have been. God bless everyone. Good night and be a blessing.